Back at home, President Biden will deliver a primetime speech in Philadelphia on Thursday. It's being billed as a speech about the, quote, soul of the nation. The president is expected to talk about how America's rights and freedoms are still under attack. It's a return to the core message of his 2020 campaign as Americans get ready to vote in November's midterms. NBC News White House reporter Lauren Egan joins us now with more. So first of all, Lauren, what more can you tell us about this week's speech? Do we know what the president's expected to say?
We expect him to pick up on a lot of the same themes that he ran on in his 2020 presidential campaign. We know that he's going to say that America's reputation on the world stage is still on the line. He's going to say our credibility with our foreign allies is on the ballot this November. And he's going to say that American democracy, importantly, is still something that he is fighting for. Last week, the president gave a speech at a Democratic fundraiser, and he sort of previewed what I think we can also expect to hear from him on Thursday. He really went after what he's calling MAGA Republicans. He compared that stream of Republicans to being semi-fascist. So we expect him to really make a clear difference between Democrats, Republicans. He's going to paint those Republicans as anti-democratic and make very clear for the American people that that is what he views as the choice this November in those midterm elections.
So Philadelphia, clearly a city with a lot of history. Why give the address in Philadelphia, and why now?
Well, we know Pennsylvania as a state is very important to the president. He was born there. Philly is where he launched his presidential campaign. And as you mentioned, there's just a lot. It's dripping in symbolism. It's where the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were debated. And importantly, it's also home to a very competitive Senate race and a governor's race. So the state might be able to decide who is going to control the Senate in November. As for why right now? Thursday is September 1st, and that's usually kind of marks the time where most Americans start to tune into the midterms for the first time. So this speech on Thursday is really going to set the tone for the president as we head into the midterms and what he views as his midterm message.
And you mentioned how important Pennsylvania is. We know this is actually going to be the president's third event in Pennsylvania just this week. Today, he's there to talk about his Safer America plan on gun crime. Quickly, what can you tell us about that?
That's right. He's going to tout the bipartisan bill that was passed earlier this year. And he's also going to try to address an issue that Democrats historically have been vulnerable on, and that's crime. We know that he's going to talk about January 6th, and he's going to say how important a role law enforcement played there. Again, trying to sort of back Republicans into a corner there from their position on January 6th. And he's still going to go after some Republicans and say that they have not done enough on gun control and did not go far enough in some of the bills that he was pushing for. So that's something we expect to hear from him today, and we'll be watching out for that.
All right, Lauren Egan, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.